Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Bethany with Saturday Knit Live, your favorite purple haired friend. I just got a haircut and I think I'm loving it. I got my purple touched up and I did nothing. I just washed it and let it go. I think I'm fully embracing the shaggy rock and roll look. I even did my makeup. It's not amazing, but like it's a thing that I did that I don't normally do. Anyway, I know it's been a couple weeks since we did a podcast. I have been sick, feeling a lot better now, and I have a bunch to show you. Announcements first, I guess. Thank you everybody who has been viewing the videos and liking. The highs and hellos in the comments have been great. Thank you so much to anybody new who's watching. And if you're a continued watcher, welcome back. Another yarn shop is closing, unfortunately. This is a great story, though. Space Cadet is an online yarn shop, and I think they also have a brick and mortar store. They have been around for 14 years, and now they have an empty nest and are ready to move on with new things in their life. So, right now, they are having a sale. If you type in the coupon code THANKYOU20, you will get 20% off. All sales are final. Obviously, they're closing. I'll put the little code down at the bottom of the screen, and I will link the shop in the notes down below. Also, in pattern news, for anybody who loves granny squares, there are 2 new patterns out now from Tanis Fiber Arts. Again, I'll link them down below. The first one is the Jethro, and that is a cardigan. I'll put a picture up here too. It's a cardigan made of granny squares, and then the sleeves are knitted. So it is a hybrid pattern. The other one, which is a little bit, which was first released, is the Fleetwood. And it is a sweater, not a cardigan, and it has a panel on the front of 9 granny squares, and then the rest is knitted. I think they're really fun. I have purchased both with my own money. This is not sponsored by Tanis Fiber Arts at all. There are coupon codes. I know right now the Jethro coupon code is still active. I'm not sure about the Fleetwood. So the Jethro coupon code is literally just Jethro for 20% off. I'll put it right up here. And then Fleetwood is Granny with a Y. Again, I'll put it up here for 20% off. I'm not sure if the Fleetwood coupon code is still active as of the day that you are viewing this. So check those out. I love Tanis Fiber Arts patterns. They're so fun and colorful, and combining the crochet with the knit, you kind of get the best of both worlds. And granny squares are blowing up right now. They're so popular. I guess we'll move right along. That's the only news I have because, again, I have been so busy with spring break and being sick. I actually took the day off of work today. Loving the sun. My curtains are open, and there's so much light coming in. I'm loving this. Hopefully Ohio stays in the spring weather department. The first thing I'm going to do is show some whips. The first one I have, if you know me and you know the channel, you know that I have a Muscle Burrow hat on my needles. So this one is over halfway done. Here is my crown marker, and then there is my halfway marker. I'm using Knit Picks Felici. I have a ton of it in my stash, and I'm trying to not necessarily stash down, but knit from my stash when I have what I need. So I've got a ton of sock yarn that I'm not super in love with, but I love the process of knitting. So I always have a hat project with me for on the go. This is my current one. I haven't knitted on it in a few days because I haven't really been out. But I'm going out with some friends tonight to the card shop, so I will be bringing this with me. the second work in progress, and surprisingly I only have 2 right now, is a big one. This is my outline sweater by Suzanne Somers. Somers, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It is not blocked, so I'm not going to put it on my body. I will insert a picture here of it on me, but I'm pretty comfortable on the couch right now and I don't feel like it. It is a, I just put the ribbing on it and I'm working on one of the 2 sleeves. So all I have left is the sleeves on this. My pockets are blocking. Anyway, it is a cardigan pattern knit sideways, which is really neat. It is knit and garter stitch. It's so plump and fluffy. I'm using a DK weight. This is the yarn I'm using. It is Solstice Fiber Studio Neon Lights. And I picked this up at, let's see, I picked up 4 skeins of it at the Autumn Fiber Festival in Ashland this past fall. And specifically for this pattern. I really wanted it for this pattern. And then when I got partway into like swatching, I realized I probably didn't have quite enough. And I'm really bad at math because I'm lazy. So I ordered 4 more. So I had 8 skeins of this, but it's so pretty. It's not even showing off how bright and colorful it is. Anyway, I've got, so far, minus the sleeves, it used 4 skeins of this, which is, their classic DK is 231 yards for 100 grams. So I know I'm probably going to need to break into a 5th skein, and I'll have 3 left for something else fun. Those will not go to waste. I love them. Again, it's so squishy. Right now my pockets are soaking to be blocked. And I'm hoping to finish this by Easter. Right now it's Friday. And it's Friday at like 1:30. So I am going to knit as much on these sleeves as I possibly can today. Hopefully block it or soak it tonight and block it all day Saturday. And then maybe by Sunday afternoon it'll be ready to go. That's the goal. We'll see. That is all I have for works in progress. So we're going to move right along to finished objects. So for finished objects, I have a bunch of Muscle Burl hats, but that's not all. So first I'm just going to go through these. I do not have the colorways for these on me. They are on my Knit and Note information page, and since Knit Picks is not selling Felici right now, you really can't get them unless you go to eBay or someone's destashing from Ravelry. Anyway, this is some leftover sock yarn that I had from Mothy and the Squid, and I'll put their shop down below. I don't remember the colorway name. It was one of the first hand-dyed yarns that I purchased way back when I first started knitting. Anyway, if you're not familiar with what a Muscle Burl hat is, these are all Muscle Burl hats. They are double thick, reversible. So you just fold the inside into itself. Anyway, I am knitting all of these hats for a charity called Knit the Rainbow. They are out of New York. I will link them below in case you would like their information. They're not accepting donations until September. They accept from September to February. Anyway, so I am just kind of knitting and stocking these up for when I can send them away. The next one I have is this one, and I'm not going to fold them in on each other right now. These have all been freshly blocked. I will fold them up when I send them out. This is Felici, and then this is a Stroll solid in fingering weight. So that's 2. Here's number 3. I just did the same thing, Felici with some Stroll, and so it can either be worn this way or this way. Sorry, still residual kind of tickles in the throat. Felici again. Are you sensing a pattern? So here is 2 ways to wear it. Another one. Can you guess what the yarn is? It's Felici! This last one is not for Rainbow. This is for me. I have a matching one that is pink and yellow, and I wanted a purple, obviously, to go with my hair. So it is pink on one side and purple on the other. I've already been wearing it. I love it. But now that it's spring, I think it's ready. Not quite ready to retire because it's still a little chilly outside. But anyway, this one is for me. So that makes five hats for Knit the Rainbow, one for me and another in progress for the month of March. Oh, another finished object is behind me. So I kind of showed this off on the last wrap up. This was my corner to corner moss stitch scrappy blanket, and I added this border to it. And I will insert in here a clip of me kind of unrolling it so you can see it all in its glory, because I'm lazy and I don't want to adjust the camera. So here you go. Okay, the last work in progress I'm going to show you, and I will again insert pictures here of it on me, and so you can get kind of a better idea of what it looks like, because it is currently blocking. It's still a little damp, but I will put it on for you guys and show you what it looks like. This is the Alanis. I made a sweater. Well, I mean, it doesn't have sleeves really. I did a little pocket, but I finished this last night. Oh, I'm sitting on blocking mats down there trying to dry. It's just a little bit damp. Anyway, I finished it last night and I got so excited. So if I don't finish the cardigan, I'll wear that one for Easter Sunday. And I knit it with Hedgehog Fibers Tweedy in the color Bliss. And I still have 5 skeins of this. That sweater took 4 skeins of 230 meters. Bliss is a 50% Falkland Merino wool, 37.5% recycled wool, and 12.5% thread waste. So it gives you these little bits of color, excuse me, that kind of shine through. I have 5 skeins of this left, and I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but it will not go to waste. That's it for finished objects. I can't believe that I actually finished a sweater, a top. I'm kind of on a sweater kick right now. I've got 2 more wound up and ready to go, and I'll kind of show those in the coming up section. But let's move on to acquisitions. So I've done a little bit of shopping. I've been influenced, but you know what? It's fine. Treat yourself, right? But because Space Cadet is closing, I like to support closing shops, especially. Not exclusively, but if I find out that something is closing and they have something that I will think that I will use or something, I will try to help support them. So I picked up this lovely little blue color. This is their Esther fingering, and it's in the colorway Look Up. So I did use their coupon code, the Thank You 20, for 20% off, and I really love this color. I think this will make a fun summer top. There are about 365 yards in each 100-gram skein. So I'll have to be thinking about what pattern to make with these. But those are going into the stash. I'm running out of room on the couch. I didn't recline it, so I have nothing at my feet, and Loki is sitting over here in the window. So I can't really like pile stuff on my cat. So anyway, I'm just dropping stuff on the floor. The next thing that I got was, I really like Always Be Kind yarn. They dye pride theme and rainbow theme yarn, as well as some other themes. I think they have a Jack and Sally one right now as well. I've got a few of their skeins over here that I've used for things, but their proceeds, some of them go to supporting suicide prevention and awareness. So I'm always up for buying more of their yarn. This is their color Glowworm. This is a neon rainbow UV, so it will glow under black light. So I think this will be a really fun either hat or a pair of socks when I get back into socks. So I am always willing to buy some more of their yarn. I also splurged a little bit and got a sweater's quantity of this beautiful yarn from Junk Yarn. I love Junk Yarn's yarn, and a lot of times their theme is women or Sailor Moon, and I am a huge fan of Sailor Moon. You can't see it, but on that wall across from us is just like tons of posters and fan art of Sailor Moon. And there's a ton of Sailor Moon themed yarn back here behind me. Anyway, they were releasing some of their older colors, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really getting into sweaters. And right down here, this little cubby has my sweater quantities, and you know, it needs more. It needs to be filled, right? So I bought 4 skeins of their color Usagi, which is Sailor Moon's human name, in their merino DK, 100% superwash merino, 231 yards for 100 grams. So it's pink, obviously, with speckles of neons and bright colors, a little bit of browns in there, and some maroons. I am super excited to use this. I think this will be a great sweater, and I can pair it with some of these other, well, this is my DK, some of these other DKs that I have, maybe for pockets or sleeves or cuffs. Anyway, I thought this would be an okay amount to use. So in the stash she goes. I almost forgot that I have a few more things that I ordered. I love Lemonade Shop's, what are these called? Stitch markers. So I ordered their little mini neon hearts and their holographic, there we go, kitty cats. And those just arrived in the mail. I constantly use stitch markers on the, when I'm knitting muscle burls, and I just use them to mark the center, but sometimes I have more than one going. And I'm going to start working on socks as well. So, excuse me. So I know that I'm going to want some fun stitch markers to kind of keep my interest. I also ordered from Yarnistry this fun pin because I plan to be going to a few fiber shows this summer and fall. And when I ask vendors if I can possibly record their space, it would be nice for them to know who I am, even if they don't watch the video, but just kind of know my name. And then this gives a chance for anybody to look me up on Instagram. It's got my handle on it. And the last thing I got, I'm going to open with you. This was a subscription box that I got from the Hot Springs Fiber Co. It's for their blanket of knowledge. Now, I don't know that I'll necessarily make a blanket out of this, but it looked really fun. And I will put a picture up here of the inspiration for these boxes. They come monthly, and you get a few little goodies in there, and the tool for either knitting or crochet, and then the yarn that goes with it, and a pattern. So I can't show you the pattern, but it's here. I got crochet just because I know that they're using this brand of tools, and I don't like wooden needles, but I will use a wooden hook. And this is the cutest little pink crochet hook, a US H8 5mm crochet hook, and it's got a little metal end. So this cannot possibly be a spoiler because this shipped at the very beginning of the month. So if you haven't opened yours yet, please look away. But this is the color I got. I got the DK Weight Enchanted box. This is called Sailor Take Warning, and it came with a little horseshoe marker and a 4-leaf clover marker. I love the lobster claw markers because they're great for progress keepers. And then this is the accent ball of the same weight. It came with Black Forest gummies. We have some dye allergies in our house, so these are great gummies. They don't have any dyes in them. They just use fruit juice. And then a couple of stickers. And this acupressure ring. Now, I did not find this on my own. I was watching Nitty Natty's podcast, and she introduced this. The one that she got was a different like theme photo. She got a different one, but I love bright colors and rainbows, and I figured the Enchanted box was more my style. I'm looking forward to next month's, and I'm looking forward to see what all of them look like and see maybe what I'll do with all of them. But if you're interested, it is a monthly subscription. You can just get 1 month and stop, or you can just have it keep going every month. It is Hot Springs Fiber Co. I'll link their info down below. I think that is, no, one more thing. The last thing that I purchased, not the last thing, there's one more thing after this, was some mini skeins, because as you can see, I don't have a mini skein problem, but there's a gap up there, and that obviously needs filled. I ordered these from Vicky Vera, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. These are the Scoop mini skeins. It is a set of 6, and I got 3 sets. But they released a few sock patterns that looked really fun, just kind of lucky dip, mini skein, scrappy sock patterns. And I'm like, you know what? I would really like those color combinations. So my 2 favorite color combinations were Chinese Rose and Parrotfish, and I wanted to kind of combine the two. And then, of course, I'm a sucker for rainbow, so while I was there, I got the Harlequin as well. These look so fun. There's a couple color repeats, but I don't care. Anyway, when I bought these, they included a code for a pair or a pattern, every pattern, because I purchased these. Now, I'm not sure if that's something that they always do, but they did include it. And so I purchased this pair of socks pattern, which right now I think is a free download with a code from their Instagram. But yeah, this looks like the funnest pattern, and I'm starting to kind of get into a little bit of color work, 1 by 1 kind of stuff, really easy, simple stuff. Get off my sweater. Cats, I swear. Anyway, that is all I have for acquisitions. I'm gonna kind of reach over here onto my cart and show you what I'm planning to make next. First thing is, you might recognize these from my first video when I was organizing my yarn. This is the first sweater that I ever tried to start, and I was a very, very new knitter. I was still twisting my stitches. I didn't know what I was doing, and I ended up taking it apart. I got like just the neckband and into the yoke done, and I took it apart. Anyway, this is the Flax Light by Tin Can Knits, and I am knitting it with Cascade fingering, heritage fingering, and let me see if I can get them out, a bunch of gray speckled mini skeins. And this mini skeins are, I'm planning to use them for the sleeves, and then the rest of the sleeve will be gray. So we'll see how that happens. This is kind of an experiment because I have back here, I've got a set of, I think, 8 different colors of Cascade Heritage that I want to use in a striping sequence in a flax light as well. And so I'm using this as a base for how long the sweater is going to be on me, and then I can kind of calculate how I want the stripes to be once I have kind of a like a template. So that's that. And then the next sweater I have, it's sitting in this lovely plastic bag. Little ASMR for you. You can't quite see it. But this is, minus this gold color, this is the Capricorn mini skein set from Forbidden Fiber Co. And I added in this gold, which I believe is a Madeline Tostrology from a few years ago. And I'm planning to make this pattern. I don't remember the name of it, but I will answer it here. And it's a Tanis Fiber Arts pattern. It is a t-shirt, and these are all fingering weight, so it should make a nice progression. If you can't, I don't want to take them out of the bag, but if you can't see, there is gold in a couple of them. So we'll see how it works out. We'll just go from one color straight into the others, and we'll use gold for the bottom, whatever is left over, and then probably a bit of the sleeves, depending on where the colors transition. But I had just under, I think 200, maybe like 180 grams under what the pattern needed, and I really want to knit this mini skein set, and I thought the gold was a nice addition to that. So that is what is coming up next. Here we go. The other notebook. So, how much did I knit and finish, keyword there, this month in March? I used up, let's find the right page, 17 skeins of yarn. And in case you're unfamiliar with how I'm calculating this, last month I started calculating how much yarn I am using. So a ball of yarn is just however it's packaged. If it's a 50-gram ball, it's 50-gram ball. It's still one ball of yarn. Or one mini skein set, I'm counting as one. And so I have used up, and for finished projects, not in the works. So like the sweater, the cardigan I'm working on, 5 skeins, it's not in this count because it's not finished. So 17 skeins of yarn out. If I add that up to the 29 out between January and February, that makes 46 skeins of yarn I have used so far in 2024. So that is exciting. It's good to know that I'm actually using the yarn, because sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes it feels like, have I actually knitted that much? So almost 50 grams, or almost 50 balls. When I finish this cardigan, it will be at 51. So that's nice to know. All right. So with that, I know this is kind of a short video and I've kind of rushed through it, but I am so excited to put these things away, get some more knitting done. I am happy to be back. Hopefully we're back to every other week now. We'll have a midweek check-in or a mid-month check-in, and then we'll have something at the end of the month. But yeah, thank you for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.